Okay, everybody, let's see if you can hear us this time. See if everybody's on.
There's like a 3-minute delay.
We got 12, 13 viewers so far. Oh, I guess I should turn on the chat. Can everybody hear us? I know we had a problem with our sound the last time. Hi, Lynn. How are you doing? Say hi to Lynn.
Oh, hi, Lynn. How you doing? I don't think you're on yet.
Yes, we're on, honey. We're on. How's everybody doing today? I know all of our fans in the UK just had the pleasure of a new episode. What did you think about that one?
There's like a 2-minute delay.
Loud and clear now. Good to hear.
Maybe my laptop.
Awesome. Hey, Erin, the weather's gorgeous out here. Actually, it's a little warm. What is it, like 94 today still? So much for the first day of fall, right? Be right back. The sound is great. All right, Smiley. Mr. Jolly. Hi to you, too. My son just seen you before he goes to bed.
Oh, all right.
Aw. How old is he, Lynn? Sorry, we'll just sit here and wait for your answer. There's a delay here, so. Hi from the UK. I wish we were over there visiting right now, because I bet the weather is a whole lot cooler than it is here. It's hot here. Sunny as can be, if you can't tell. Oh, he's 11. That's a good age.
It's a real good age. Yeah. Wait until he's 16.
Yeah. That's not fun. David Summers, I can hear you and thank you for making Zach's video.
Oh, you got
yay!
it, David. Absolutely. Our pleasure.
I'm glad he liked it. That's awesome. Erin said, smuggle me in, I'm cold.
You don't want to see.
You don't want it. I think you should get us over there so that we could cool down because it's hot here. Jack Casey, Team Money all the way. He's a good guy. I'll give you that. But I still think Team Brandori all the way, so. Buy any lockers today? No, Mr. Jolly, no lockers today. Today is all about listing and selling and getting stuff, taking pictures and all of that. We got to get rid of the stuff too.
It's funny.
If Brandon had his way, he'd just keep buying and buying and buying. We got to take a day or two to
That's
sell.
not why I go out there. Look, I go out there to the auctions to make money, but I also go out there just so maybe I can run into some of these other guys who are on the show, and I've not seen anybody yet. I don't get it. You know, help me out here.
Charlie. Hey, Charlie. How you doing, Charlie? David. The episodes are great. That's good. Do you guys get 2 episodes or 1 episode on Tuesdays?
It's 2.
I think it's 2 new ones, isn't it?
Yeah.
And Lynn said, I think he's turned 16 now. He's really pleased you were sending me signed photo. No problem. We'll definitely get that out. We're just waiting on the new shipment of the photos, so we'll get that out soon. So where is everybody from? I hate the delay. It takes so long, and then I sit here and wait. Pull this up. Ah, that's good, Jack. Thank you. I'll take that. What venues do you sell on? Everything we can. You name it.
eBay, Craigslist. I'll even, if I get an item that I don't want to sit on and wait, so on one of the public sites, I'll just start reaching out to people, some of my previous contacts. I may just go on Google, search it out that way. Simple things like just typing into Google who buys such and such, and if you can pull 3 or 4 different guys, it's a big item. You have it shipped out there, and as long as you can see a decent profit out of it, then you move it quick and move on to the next.
Yeah, right now we have 2 really big items. One's a 20-ton clicker press, and the other one is a paper cutter.
This is stuff we don't normally do, but if I buy it for cheap enough and I know I can move it, or at least I think I can, then generally I'll dive into that type of stuff, and so I did on this stuff.
Alberta, Canada. Oh, I'm definitely okay with a would you rather question. Sure. Yorkshire, okay. Oh, Nigel's back. Hi, Nigel. No, I'm not going to sing yet. I don't have music out here, so I guess I can't sing without music. Don't even. I'm not doing it.
Well, might as well, while those are going on, I might as well answer that question that somebody asked me earlier.
Which one?
Put this whole thing on.
Can you follow me back on Twitter? Of course, I'll definitely do that. And then are all the arguments real, as it is hilarious to watch?
Yeah, I'll go through that. First one was, I got asked this question before we started doing this Q&A. Somebody asked me, they said, are the buyers real? I know we're real. As far as the other buyers, I mean, they go to Sean Kelly's auctions. He's a real auctioneer. Regardless of whether I see him at other auctions, and we probably go to like 7 different auctioneers out here, maybe more. No, I don't personally see them at other auctioneers. I've never seen them there, but they're real buyers. I mean, they obviously go to Sean Kelly's auctions, but I know I've been asked that question a lot of times. No, I don't run into them at any other auctions. So you can take that for what it's worth.
All right, Nigel, I'll answer that. So the auctioneer gets paid per unit. So when he sells a unit, you first pay a buyer's premium, and the auctioneer gets paid a percentage of whatever it sells for. So that's why the auctioneer is always pushing for more money, because the higher it goes, the more money the auctioneer makes.
It's not going to make him rich when the day ends. I think it's between 10 and 25%. To give you an example, 10% is usually a guy that's starting out new. 20% would be a guy that's probably been doing it for about 20, 25 years. 25% is generally reserved for auctioneers like Dan Dotson from Storage Wars, guys that really know how to drum up a crowd. Jay Michaels, some of these other auctioneers that have been on like Auction Hunters and that sort of thing. So the norm is between 15 and 20, can go as high as 25.
All right, Aaron, Manny or Petty? Ooh, that's hard. I can't say both. That's really hard because it's like summer year-round here, so if my nails aren't done, then I don't know, I feel gross, but I have to have my nails looking good, so these are my new nails.
You gotta go back down because
I gotta get them. I know. You need to show me new promo pictures. I can hardly recognize Lori Neal. I know, right? Isn't that great? Woohoo! Let's see. When you find vehicles, how come they already have fuel in them?
I'll answer that. A lot of times how it works is, at least out here, especially some of the desert cities, a lot of the cars a lot of times already have fuel in them because they've only been in there for, say, 5 or 6 months. Whatever happened to the person, in this case, maybe they went to jail, maybe they passed away, whatever the case is, fuel generally takes 2 or 3 years to go bad. Here's an example. I bought a generator the other day, a really big one. It had been sitting in there for 5 years. The fuel was completely coagulated. It was absolute garbage, so I now have to take it all apart and clean everything, just get it running again because the fuel sat in there so long. Generally speaking, people do, out here at least, they do put vehicles, engines, that sort of thing, in containers or lockers with fuel in them. It's quite common, more common than not.
Yeah, most of the time they're not expecting to lose their bin anyway, and they probably have been back and forth to start it up. But once it goes into auction, it's usually 3 months after it defaults, and then it gets sold. So,
I mean, are you supposed to do it? No, you sign a contract when you rent a unit.
Yeah,
one of them
people
being,
don't follow the rules most of the time.
You're not supposed to put gas in there, but the reality is you also sign a unit saying you pay your bill. So,
Right.
6 of 1, half dozen.
Now, Mr. Jolly says that Craigslist hasn't really taken off in the UK. It's huge over here. You can find anything you want on Craigslist.
It was bigger 2 years ago. Unfortunately, it's kind of gone downhill with a lot of the bad press. It's still, I'll be honest with you, out of 50 items I may put on Craigslist, or one of my workers may put on there for me, I may get 2 bites out of the 50 ads. I'm better off just selling on a venue that caters to the whole world rather than locally.
And I'll say hi to Sylvia. Hi. And yes, we'll definitely follow you, Charlie, too, on Twitter. Yeah, I'm sorry, it's like a no makeup day for me. This is how I look when I'm helping Brennan list and we're taking pictures and everything, so totally natural. Oh, it looks awful, but whatever. Okay, a follow-up from my last stream question about auction be far away. Do you like to do it in one day?
I would like to, it just doesn't happen that way. Generally speaking, we're in one area. Very rarely do I get an area that an auction is like less than 20 miles away. So by the time people look at a unit, say a 10 by 20 or a 20 by 20, and it's very deceiving. You look at it, you think you can clear it out in a matter of about 3 hours. It could potentially take you 8 to 10 hours with 3 people. So, generally, if you're buying anything bigger than a 5 by 10, it's going to take you a lot longer than one day. So when you buy a lock, you really have to put your expectation high on what your profit's going to be, because otherwise, it's just a whole lot of work to just double your money. That's the bottom line.
Nigel also asked, or do you stay over in maybe a camper or a hotel? Definitely, no. Brandon's not a camper, so he hates to camp. I love to camp, though. I do. I love to camp. But Brandon hates it. So we have stayed over, like if we're going to like an auction in San Diego, we'll definitely stay over in a hotel because that's a good 3-hour drive for us. So to drive down 3 hours and to drive back 3 hours, it's not worth it. So we'll definitely stay in a hotel if we go that far.
But I mean, again, you're basically hoping that, you're not hoping to go in there and just double your money. I mean, I see a lot of people out there saying, I want to go buy a unit and double my money. Realistically, if you do the math, you could work at your local convenience store and make more money than just buying a bin hoping to double your money. I mean, if I spend $1,000, I spend 10 hours in there, and I have to list everything, that's another 3 days to do all that, ship everything out, I want to make at least $3 to $4 grand out of that. That's just the bottom line. So, that we got to cover our hotels and everything else if we do decide to stay down there. So, or wherever we have to travel.
Our time to us is definitely worth money. So if we're in there cleaning out the bin for 5-6 hours, that's a good amount of our time. So, thank you, David. That's sweet. Sylvia, yes, that is our pool. I'll go ahead and look it up so you all can see. That's our pool and our beautiful, sorry. That's our beautiful view back there. Those are the mountains. I love them.
We see you argue with the other buyers, right? I'll answer that one.
No. That's to Julie Green. That answer is...
The argument you see is not contrived. It's not manipulated. Is it common at other auctions? It can happen. Does this channel happen to catch more of it? Yeah. Not because it's contrived or anything like that, because it truly exists. I've watched a lot of the other, question and answers on Ustream from the other guys in the cast, and I've heard some crazy stuff. People saying that that they hit me, I'll call the police. It's just absolutely not true. Let me tell you how the American law works out here. I'm an ex-boxer. The minute I go after somebody like Jesse and I physically abuse him or hurt him, I go to jail because my hands are considered deadly weapons. That's how the American law works. So anybody that watches another Q&A, you can form your own opinion, but that's how the American law works. Once you've been a boxer at any degree beyond amateur, your hands become or considered deadly weapons.
Hi Ashley, how are you doing today? Okay, what's the most interesting item you have found and kept from a unit? The most interesting. We have so many items, it's crazy. We found a...
I mean, every item's interesting to some degree, if it has value. But
I think that picture that was painted by
generally, most of the interesting items you're going to get are going to come out of something that's already known in the TV world and the movie world. So I'd go along with something like that, one of the celebrity statuses, and I've bought a bunch of those bins, I've bought a bunch of those units.
But we got that painting, it was a original watercolor, years back we got this one, it was painted by Shakespeare's sister. And what she did, she would calligraphy a quote from one of his books on every single one of her paintings. And I found it and I kept it, and it's actually hanging still on her wall because I don't want to get rid of it because it's beautiful. Let's see, you guys are great. Love the show. Wish we could find out how much you to make.
Okay, I'll answer this one.
From the show or from
how often do you go to market to win bids? Okay, I assume that going to market means how often you go out and buy bids.
Right.
So, basically, it all depends on how quick I get rid of the stuff that I bought previously. I never like to have too much. I never like to have too many open bins, meaning that there's too many bins out there that I got to keep going back and forth from. So if I can get down to like one bin left and I have, say, a day and a half of listing inventory left, I generally want to go out there and buy again.
Yeah. Would you ever come to the UK? Charlie, we would love to come to the UK. Brandon's been. He's actually been all over. And I never have, so I am dying to go. We were going to be planning a trip out there, but then, we went to Hawaii, and then I got sick, and, I had a cold for like a month, and just feeling better now.
Definitely want to go to the UK.
Definitely want to go.
I know that, it's huge out there. We love that. I know that we went through the passports. Homeland Security had an issue with my background. No, I'm just joking.
No.
I'm joking. But no, we're good. We're ready to move. So, not move there, but.
Yeah, Ashley says it's freezing in Wales. Oh, Ashley, I wish you could send over some cool weather for us because it's about 94, 95 degrees out here. It's hot. I'm ready to go take a dip in the pool. Brandon, I need to ask you, why do you turn away when other people bid? It makes you angry, but it's an auction. Let me answer that one. So, Brandon, honestly, is the best at what he does. He is incredible. And I think a lot of times the other auction goers, if they see him bidding, then they'll bid. They don't really know what they're looking at. They don't know, what the value of something is. So I think that's why it irritates him. If we could have somebody else standing behind us and pretend not to know us and bid for us, it would be great. We'd be happy as can be.
Which is what we generally do right now.
Yeah, unfortunately the problem is that a lot of the times we know they're only bidding because we are. Like that great card. Oh, did I miss something? Hold on.
Yeah.
I missed something. Where is this one? Where do you get the t-shirts you wear? I buy them. I have good taste.
Two places, Abercrombie and Hollister.
Yeah.
And that's like a plug. You'd think I get paid for that, but I don't.
Right.
So.
Let's see, where's this? Where can I buy some of the things you win?
Now I'll answer that one. And this is the truth. We do have different sites, as we mentioned, that we list on. Unfortunately, we've actually have not given that out for a few reasons. Do you want to answer that?
Yeah. We've had issues with other bidders from the show in the past, and sometimes they are very jealous and like to play crazy games and flag our, statuses online so that nobody sees them, or, they'll put in dummy bids, and then, so we try to keep things in our business as private as we possibly can, so that way we can avoid all of the fake potential buyers. So I wish we had the opportunity to give it out to everybody and let you guys purchase everything that we find. But, unfortunately at this time, until we find a better avenue to block somebody, unfortunately that's what we have to do.
Yeah.
Do you love your Costco Kirkland water?
It's Ralph's.
Ralph's water.
But yeah, it's all right. Yeah. Yeah. You have a set limit. Yeah, I do. I'll answer that. I do have a set limit for each day. Unfortunately, I never, ever, ever. I always go over it. Like I said, I look at a bin. I look at the unit. As long as I've been doing this, it's very deceiving. And so when you get in there, either something's too heavy and it takes you like some type of ingenuity or MacGyver type of thing to try to get it out of there, or you realize that you have other stuff hidden in the back corner.
You are kind of like MacGyver.
Yeah, well.
You are, a little bit. Well, let me say something too on that. So here's the thing. Somebody asked me earlier on the Facebook page, why I get mad at Brandon when he bids on something or I roll my eyes or whatever. And I'll tell you why. Because most of the time when we look at a unit, together as a couple, we agree to a price. And then sometimes Brandon goes over that because he lets people get under his skin or other bidders, you know, bid him up and he gets involved with it. The reason why we set a price is we've learned in the past that you can easily get caught up in just bidding just to win. We're not in it just to win the bid.
We're the question that I just answered. I just answered something completely different.
I think so. I don't even know where you were.
Well, no, where I was going, I thought they asked. No, listen. I thought they asked. You set a limit per time each day, like when you buy a bin to clean it out.
No money.
Okay, I didn't understand that, but I kind of answered it. So it's kind of like a 2-in-1 question. So I answered that.
Now you guys got a bonus question. How about that?
Okay, so yeah, basically what I thought they were asking was, do you set a limit for how long you're gonna, how long it's gonna take you to clean out a unit every day? But I just read it wrong. So, but anyway, it's all right.
It says Papa Bear is always calling you Miss Piggy. Has he taken the challenge of losing weight?
No, actually, here's the funny thing.
Don't be mean.
No, I'm not.
We are not mean people, so that's all I'm saying. We don't call people names.
I'm not being mean.
No, he hasn't. I'll answer that.
The reality is that I keep getting asked the question of, when am I going to lift 277 pounds? Well, I mean, I think a challenge would only be fair if it's two parties making the challenge. Why would I do a one-sided challenge?
You just lift him up.
Well, no, that's the thing is, look, I'm not gonna go there. But I'm saying is, if somebody offers me a challenge, it's kind of like a bet. Why would I bet you $100 and if I win, I get nothing in return? That's all I'm saying.
Ashley Williams says that's a shame. I'm sure Jesse has better things to do. Yeah, I'm definitely not saying it's Jesse. It's just others in the past. I'm not going to name names, and it's not currently anybody that we're filming with right now. But it's been people from the past. So I'll just leave it at that. But yeah, I don't think Jesse does. He's got his own auctions to do, and he's been buying pinball games up like crazy. So he's got better things to do. Who are you closest to from the show? I would say Brandon, because we're not really close to anybody else. Actually, you know what? I'll tell you, we were pretty close to Cam. He's such a sweetheart. Or I'm sorry, the Green Mile. His real name is Cam. He is a sweetheart.
I mean, we were close to Desert Dan. We were close to, I can tell you that, Monet is a very nice lady. I mean, there was a lot of people we were close to. The Taylor brothers, we mended our ways. We're pretty close to them.
Yeah.
Ironically, here we are on a hit show, and we're probably better friends with the guys from Storage Wars than we are from the cast of this show. So, the animosity and hostility is real.
I have made a Facebook page with T-Money last week, and it has 123 likes.
T-Money's a good guy.
Yeah,
in fact, I promoted it on my page, I think, the other day. I told everybody go on over there and shoot him some likes. He definitely deserves them.
Yeah. He's out in Detroit right now visiting his family. So lucky him. I bet it's cooler there.
Yeah.
How many series has there been? We just finished filming our 3rd season. So they're actually kind of cut in half. So there's 13 and 13.
Well, we call them cycles out here. So it's like basically it technically be 6 cycles. So that's 13 in each cycle, which is what you guys see, or the people in UK and even over here.
Yeah.
So 6 of 13. So whatever that is times, 6 times 13.
Or you're going to have to sing. Maybe one of these times. Maybe. We'll see. If I get some music out here, I might. Sean is so funny. Are you good friends with him? Well, Sean travels a lot, and he lives way down in San Diego. Him and his wife are very, very nice people.
Yeah.
We just really, outside of the auctions, never get to see each other. We're selling and buying and crazy busy all the time. He's always doing auctions, and he does a lot of charity auctions as well, not just storage lockers. So he's a busy guy. We're busy, so
I will say this: I know the majority of people on here from the UK, but Sean does have a huge auction coming up on October 1st down in San Diego. If anybody gets a chance to check it out, I mean, you'll have a good time. He'll make you laugh, and who knows, maybe you can make some money.
Let's see. Who is the creepiest fan or fans have approached you in public?
Where do I start? You want a city? You want a town? You want a state? There's been a lot.
You know what? I think the craziest is when we go to Vegas. I think people, you mix alcohol with their normal personalities, and I think people go crazy. So whenever we're in Vegas, you know, it's people are, you know, looking for famous people, and whenever they see us, they go absolutely nuts.
I'm not saying anything bad about that. I love Vegas.
Yeah,
but,
we know you love Vegas.
I love Vegas, but you know, Vegas does not really have people from, you know, the West Coast. It generally caters to the
water.
Yeah, I know, you got one. It generally caters to
I love it.
you know, just the whole United States. But everybody in general over here has been great. But you know, the West Coast people generally don't pay much attention. I mean, you're just another person on TV out in this area. Once you go past the California state line, all of a sudden you're really recognized.
Yeah, this one says, does your show concentrate on certain criteria, such as areas where there are close homes? No. What happens is, so usually the storage facilities are on a schedule. You know, that schedule is sometimes most facilities only have options once a year. So you wouldn't believe the number of storage facilities here in California. I think there's one like every single block. So there's always an option to go to.
It's just a matter, I mean, to answer the question, yeah, there's always going to be at least 3 or 4 auctioneers busy every day.
Right.
Except for Saturdays and Sundays for the most part. But the thing is that it's all a matter of if you want to go to that particular city or town. More cities have them than other cities. So, for example, where we live at, it's few and far between if there's really an auction even once a month, even though it's a really big city. However, if you go down into another city that may be smaller than this, they could very well have 5 a week.
Right.
It's all demographics, it's all incomes, that sort of thing. If it's a depressed area, you're going to see a lot more auctions. That's just how it is.
Sylvia said, would love to see you both in Celebrity Big Brother in England. I would love to do that. That's great.
Yeah, you know, but here's my thing. I don't know how that show's done over there, but I've watched it over here.
I think it would be so much fun.
I can't be cooped up in a house for more than like a week or two. I'd go crazy. Maybe it would make good TV, but that's just me personally. I'm not gonna. I can't be cooped up like that. I mean, I don't like.
Brandon likes to be active constantly. Yeah. Like literally, we never get to settle down and just relax and breathe. But
no, I don't mind that. I mean, they got a whole little weight area out there. I know they do on this one out here, the way they show. But I can't be cooped up. You know, in a you know, this
I would love to be on Dancing with the Stars. That would be so much fun. I'll drag him on it. I make him watch it, guys. Did you know that? I know I put it on my Facebook, but he hates Monday nights.
No, I don't hate Monday nights. Just because you put the channel on doesn't mean I watch it. So, I mean, I walk away. It doesn't mean I'm watching it.
Are you Walking Dead fans and Breaking Bad? Well, here's the thing. The problem is we don't get too much free time to watch TV shows. Like, even last night, while Dancing with the Stars was on, we were listing away. So, you know, of course I took the break to watch Snooki because she's my favorite. But, you know, so we don't really get to, as far as series goes, we don't have much time to kind of keep up with it. So I feel like, why bother starting it? I've actually never watched either of them. And I really want to, but it would be great. Can I put this on my YouTube channel? Of course,
yeah.
Absolutely.
Are you getting ready for the Mayweather fight? Nigel, I'm not sure which way. The Mayweather fight already happened, but...
Yeah, that's over.
But if you elaborate on the question, I can answer it. Yeah. And I'm going to get another
Where has the wind chimes from behind you gone?
Took them down.
Oh, I took them down. My little froggies right here. See? It was so windy that they were making too much noise, so I took them down. That's my little frog. I still love my frog. I do. I love it. Let's see. I'm missing some. Where do you sell your finds from, the units that you buy? Honey, get me a water. We answered it earlier. I'll answer it again for you because I know you just signed on. So we sell it anywhere we can. We have a lot of resources from back east. We have tons of clients that we've met out here. We sell at eBay, Craigslist. We try to go to the swap meet as little as possible because it gets crazy there and it's always so hot. But, you know, and I think with the swap meet, they try to talk you down way too much. And towards the end of the day, Brandon just wants to get stuff gone, so he'll sell it for way less than it's supposed to go for. So don't tell us that. Does Sean have his own Facebook page? Yes, he does. I can't remember what it is right now, but I'm sure if you just Google Sean Kelly and it's SEAN, Sean Kelly, and you could find it there. On Storage Hunters, does Sean work for the lockup companies, or does he buy them and sell? Sean actually works for himself. So the facilities hire him to be the auctioneer. They do pay him part of the money that the bins go for. So
it's basically a commission for being there to sell.
What is this one? Okay, can I ask you, have you ever bid on a bin and set yourself a limit? Lost that damn sugar. I don't get that one. So I think, Nigel, you're asking if we ever regretted bidding on a bin. I would definitely say yes. We've lost several times. Nobody's perfect, so you can't win them all. Brendan has a really, really keen eye of things that are worth value. So it's not often that we lose big, but Brandon hates breaking even. Brandon hates just doubling his money. Of course, you know, he's good at it. So when we do get a loss, it hits us hard. So,
I mean, I could personally tell you at times some of my worst bins that I set a limit and it should have yielded me like 10 times the money back on were bins I could make a dime back on, where everybody else got huge bids on items and my items are the same as theirs. I didn't get anything for it just because, I don't know, the market was over flooded with them or whatever. So yeah, those have been some of the worst ones. Not the ones you look at and go, oh wow, how the hell did you bid that much? Just the ones that you would have looked at and said, well, that's going to be a good bin. And when I went to list it, you know, I just didn't get anything back on it. So I ended up sitting on it. It just became...
I hear this blonde chick and her tall marine always challenge you to go to an auction. Do they scare you? Bring it on, sister. Hey, honey, how are you? Are you and Jesse friends off the camera? No. We're civil to each other because we are all adults, but you know, we have friends separately outside of work. How we are on the show is how we are in real life.
We probably live 15 miles away, maybe 16 miles away, something like that. I never, ever, ever, ever see him out and about in the area. So, you know, I don't really have to deal with it if something does happen. But no, I've never been into him. We're not friends.
I live down the road from Big Brother house, and my school is opposite. Oh, that must be cool. If you guys watch Sons of Anarchy, they actually like film like right around the corner from where we live. So I don't know. It's just a
Big Brother show.
I know. I want to do Big Brother.
I don't know. I mean, I've watched. I know the one out here looks like a prison. It looks like a prison. You can't leave. They got big walls up and everything. It's like
look, little Taylor Brothers on here. Hey, how are you?
All right.
See, I told you guys we made amends, so it's all good, right?
Yeah, they're good guys. They are. They're good guys.
Brandon, any more New York? Oh, I can't even say that last word. No more New York stuff at all.
I'll answer that.
No.
I'll buy anything that's worth money, regardless. You know, so to answer your question, if it comes up, I'll buy it.
Yeah. What's the biggest, best win you won, and how much did you sell it for? I still say it was the negatives. All in all, because of our profit margin as opposed to what we paid. So we bought a bin for $25. There were the original negatives to Big Sur and Woodstock, and we sold each individual negative for around $800. So if you do the math on that, that's a pretty good day. I'll take that any day. Let's see. You guys are going so fast. Hold on. Of all your bins you have lost, what's your biggest regret that you didn't win? Oh, let me tell you. Okay. So we were at a bin, and, you know, researching the information, we realized it belonged to a Melissa Crow. There's so many different Melissa Crows, it was hard to pick which one it was. It happened to be Madonna's assistant, and it had original photos of her and her family, her mother, diaries, all of that stuff, and we actually missed the win by $25. And a buddy of ours bought it and sold it for a lot.
Well, we didn't miss the win. I mean, the box was literally run for $25. So, you know.
No, it didn't.
Each box was $25.
Yeah.
But the reality was going back in time, if I was blanked with the same information, you know, back in the same circumstance, I probably still wouldn't have been on them again, because just nothing rang a bell.
Okay, were you amazed by the 3D printer you found? Yeah, that was pretty cool. I would say that was probably one of the most craziest things I've ever seen. You know, to watch something work the way it did, it was just crazy that within, you know, a short time that you could actually have a functioning, working like wrench or whatever you put in there to build it. It was pretty amazing. What's the biggest profit from a single item or craziest item you've ever found from a single item?
Well, see, we do. Here's the thing. The show shows you just a little bit of the auction world. We
Right.
do foreclosed homes also, and what we call abandoned properties out here. So, you know, when you buy an abandoned property and you really get a good property that has been abandoned for whatever reason, you don't have a whole lot of time to go through the drawers and that sort of thing. So we got one, and I didn't even know it's the truth. I went up there. It was up in Big Bear. Got in there, and you know, it looked like a lot of 70s style furniture, not really worth a whole lot of money. It ended up going for like $1,200. So I'm thinking to myself, first off the bat, I'm gonna do okay. I'm gonna at least double my money, which is not something I like to do. It's a lot of work to get back down the hill where she's located at. As I go in the garage, there was a ton of tools, and inside the garage, which nobody had gone into, was a 2-year-old Saturn Vue, which comes with the place. Whatever you buy, the contents come with it. So Saturn Vue put us like a $10,000 profit. So that's kind of like the craziest thing that happened. You know?
Have you ever bought a bin and the cops got involved?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we bought a bin and whose auction was that? Oh, Hayward's, right?
No, it was not. It was Jim O'Brien.
No, that was Hayward's.
That was Jim O'Brien.
No, that was Hayward's.
You're talking about a different one.
I'm talking about the one with the cannon.
I'm talking about the one in Vegas.
Oh, Vegas one. Yeah, we've bought several where the cops had to get involved. The first one I'll tell you about, and that was a bin. It had a lot of everything, so it was hard to tell what it was at first, but you could see a very small cannon in the back. Turns out that the gentleman who owned it.
No. Be clear on the story here. You could see the cannon, and all you're thinking is you're seeing the it looked like a mound, literally a mound of household items,
crazy.
Good items, you know, good stuff that you could resell. What we didn't know was it ends up going for $1,500, so we're like, this is a good deal. It was it was never one of those times when I said, geez, I wish I could just go back in time and not bid, because it looked good the way it was. All of a sudden, the feds show up. The Alcohol Tobacco Firearms show up. And they tell us that there's like a cache of 70 weapons hidden in there. Now, had they not shown up, it would have been worth tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars. But yeah, they got
And he actually
involved.
brought him out from where?
I believe it was Connecticut, so it would have been it was that real prestigious military university.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Stone. Why am I drawing a blank? Whatever. But they got involved.
Yeah, so that was one of them. Unfortunately, we did not get the opportunity to keep the unit, so we did get our money back, but kind of a bummer. Boston Red Sox all the way. Woo! Go Julie. I have you on Facebook. Do you spend more time at auctions or on Candy Crush? You know what? I go on my phone, so you know, sometimes when we stop to take a break, and to be honest with you, I actually stopped Candy Crush. I'm done. I went through Candy Crush Anonymous, and no, I couldn't get past this level, so I quit. I said I'm done. I spent weeks on it, so that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. They do like 12 hours of filming a day, so a lot. Yeah, quite a bit. Yeah. 12 hours, cameras are in our faces. It gets kind of crazy.
I mean, it could go longer than that, go 14, 16 sometimes.
Have you kept anything you found? Yeah, I think I told you, but everybody but you weren't here. We kept a original watercolor painting from Shakespeare's sister. It was really, really cool. I love it. It's in my house, hanging on the wall, so I'm not going to take it down and show you. Sometimes he stops and you bid more. Can you see the gray shirts back?
Yeah, let me tell you what happened here. Let me tell you what happened, okay? This is the truth. Those gray shirts, they were all Gap, number one. They were all quality shirts, but I stopped wearing them because, I don't know.
Because I told him he needed to have a little more color in his life.
But the problem was, you have to understand the way TV works, is that when you're on a TV station, at least out here, I can't walk in with a Hollister or you know, a graphic logo shirt. So, you know, it's basically the shirts that I had, and you know, so that's what I wore. You know, because everything else I had was logo.
Right. I'm behind, sorry. Hold on, let me catch up. West Point, that's it.
West Point. Who the
Thank
hell
you,
said that?
Ashley.
Somebody get that?
Thank you, Ashley.
West Point, that's it. Where did I come up with Stone?
I don't even know. You're crazy today.
Jeez. Stone.
Let's see. Soccer, American
I know
football,
why. No,
baseball.
stop. I know why. Because it was Stonewall Jackson's cannon.
Oh, that's right.
That's why I came up with Stone. That's one of my words.
Soccer, American football, or baseball? Which is your favorite sport apart from boxing? I guess that's to you, because I think everybody in the whole entire world knows that baseball is my number one forever. I love it.
I was gonna say lacrosse. No, I'm joking. Probably football. This is a bit end, you know. But between football and baseball.
If you could like my company, I would be so grateful. Definitely. After we're done here, I'll go ahead and like
absolutely
everything everybody asked me to. I know, Erin. The game stinks. I'm angry. I hate it. Can you say hello to Tristan and Rachel? Hi, Tristan.
Hi, Tristan.
Hi, Rachel.
Better.
Thank you for...
They said right, better.
Better?
Yeah.
Yes. From Wales. We love you, too. Will we see any more airport luggage bins again?
You know, the thing with those are... What's happened is those are really common at one time. Now they're actually, what they're doing is they're taking all the luggage auctions and putting them out at one central depot in the Midwest. I really choose not to travel out there because realistically, there's far fewer fines in those than you would in a storage auction. So, you know, if there is a chance it comes up, it would be like once every 2 years, but they're just not common out here anymore.
Right. Are my comments making it onto the wall? Yes, Ashley. We can see your comments. How come you sold the helicopter so cheap?
I can answer that
woman
too.
Wasn't happy.
Let me answer that too.
But it was easy money. Come on.
Here's the deal with that stuff. Perfect example. I got a unit right now in a storage bin that's worth $30,000 used. I'm having a tough time getting $5,000 out of it. The reality is, when any of this stuff is, it's only worth what the buyer wants to pay. So, you know, when you have something that big, you either pay the storage fee, which is another $1,500 a month, or you move it quick and move on to the next one. Since there was a profit there, I figured it best to move on to the next one.
Would you guys ever come to the UK? Charlie, we answered that one. Absolutely. We can't wait to visit. We definitely will be going, so you can count on that. Okay, I gotta know, have you ever found any legitimate spending money? Oh, yeah. We found this one bin. He was a 3-time Tony Award winner. And everywhere, like in books and laptops, everywhere, he just had money just stashed. So I think it ended up being, how much was it in total? We paid $800 for the bin and walked away with cash.
You know, 4,000 or 5,000.
Something like that. It was literally every book, I think, had money in it. It was crazy. So that was a great day. What's your favorite kind of music to both of us? Oh, you had to ask that, Erin, did you?
I know that,
Mine is, I don't know. I like a little bit of everything. I'll be honest with you. I like country, rock, pop. I like it all. Pink is my all-time favorite. I love everything she sings because I think she rocks. I'll just keep it at that. Go ahead. Now it's your turn. Go ahead. Answer the question. Answer Erin's question.
I like a lot of UK techno, that sort of thing.
And he likes 80s. He likes 80s music a lot. Yeah.
That's a lie.
Me and my girlfriend have seen all the Storage Hunters. Now we watch all sorts of related shows. That's awesome. Thanks, Rob. Thanks for watching. That's great. There were a lot of episodes.
Yeah.
There's plenty more to come. Only worth what someone will pay. You got it, Vicky. Hey, we went to Hayward's auction. Where were you? I was expecting to see you. You weren't even there. Great stuff that day, too, by the way.
I do. I answer Rob for this question. I do containers. The problem with containers is how do I put this in a nice way? Without
be nice.
yeah.
Be nice.
Look, containers are completely different than storage auctions. You're gonna have a better chance at a storage unit than you are in a container. That's just the reality.
Does your show plan on traveling further next season or staying local? We have no idea yet.
We've heard nothing. I'll be honest with you. At this point, there's been nothing told us as far as anything goes. So, you know, it is what it is.
Yep. We haven't heard anything yet.
Scotland. That's my that's my heritage.
Hello, David. Brandon's Scottish. Scottish and French.
Today I'm Scottish. Yeah. Irish. But well,
I'm
I am
Irish and
Scottish
Italian.
too. I am Scottish too.
And I think I just found out I'm a little German. Crazy.
Scottish,
I think my mom
Irish,
just told me that.
And because we're talking the UK, I got UK in me too.
He's whatever you want him to be.
Got a lot of UK friends. Yeah.
Are you the guys to come to with advice on old items and antiques? Brandon, definitely. You know what? It's the craziest thing. He just reads all the time. He's a wealth of knowledge.
Provided it's at a 3rd grade level, but no.
He's constantly reading just to keep refreshed and learn everything. The thing is that we're from Boston. Everything back in Boston is old and beautiful, by the way. But out here you get a lot newer stuff, so he still keeps refreshed on, antiques and whatnot, vintage items. It's just harder to find out here, but yeah, he's definitely the one to go to ask any questions.
I'll answer this one. Scariest thing ever come across the bin. This is a true story. I bought a bin, or actually it was a vault. We call them vaults out here. It was kind of like a wooden crate, whatever. But inside the vault, there was this box that said dynamite on it, okay? And
you're a liar.
No,
that was Bill.
No, it's a buddy of ours.
Yeah.
But actually, this is a true story, though. They actually thought there was real dynamite in it. It scared the hell out of everybody.
It's a little lizard.
And, I really never came across anything scary.
No, I'll tell you what we found. We were cleaning the bin one time. It was actually one of Sean's auctions in San Diego. And here I am, lifting all this stuff, and there was a dead rat inside the bin. And it was the nastiest thing I've ever seen. It was so gross. But,
I remember telling
I didn't finish cleaning that one out.
I told the owner, I said, you clean, I'm not dealing with this.
That's right. So
I don't get paid to do rats.
Let's see. Containers are dangerous.
Containers are very dangerous. Realistically, I buy a lot of liquidations. I buy whole trucks. I mean, I'll buy pretty much anything that has a resale value. Now, the thing with containers is 99% of the time they're at an auction because the stuff in there's been damaged. That's just the reality. I've been doing this for over 20 years. I know. And generally, if you're buying a container that comes from overseas, now you're dealing with a whole other bag, okay? Realistically, insurance companies generally put the containers out there for resale if they can't make their money back on what they have insured it for. That's it. So you can assume that if they can't get the money back, you're not going to get rich doing it.
I'm going to get a campaign together to get Brandon to wear gray shirts. He looks fab in them.
You know what? No, listen, here's the thing. I like the gray shirts. I'm wearing a blue one today. But the thing is that...
that's a weird choice, by the way.
No, I'm not a big drinker. I drink like 1 or 2 a day.
I'm just kidding.
Pints. But, yeah, I mean, the gray shirts was a thing that, we got a little more flexibility with different shirts, so that's why I kind of switched up a little.
If you were to come to the UK, would you come to London? Absolutely. I actually have friends in London, so I would actually love to go visit them. I haven't seen them in years. But, yeah, I've always wanted to go to London. I've heard such wonderful things about it.
No, I do not speak Dutch. I knew what that meant, though.
See, yeah. I did too. That's the only thing I know.
Yes, I knew the Sprechen. Do you speak? Yeah, Dutch.
And Ashley Williams is Welsh. Very cool.
What a guy.
What a guy.
Would you please say thanks for watching? Please subscribe to Daryl Wainwright. Yeah, why not?
Absolutely, Daryl. Please subscribe to Daryl Wainwright.
That's not what he asked. Let me do it right. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to Daryl Wainwright. Did I get it?
You got it.
All right.
I've been collecting old cigarette cases, silver. Got around 6 now. Brandon loves cigarette cases because you know what? Back east, we found some really, really nice old ones. And they usually pull us pretty good money. So
yeah, they're all right.
Depending
you get the right one.
They are, yeah.
I've had the old. Oh, jeez, don't get me started on this. But yeah, I've had a ton of good money.
The scariest thing you guys ever came across was the Taylor brothers. That's true. No. That is true.
No, listen. And I'll tell you this, okay? Because I know who you are too, and I'm
not the scariest.
No,
I would say the most painful, but not the scariest.
Let me tell you something about the Taylor brothers, Dustin and James. Well, after we mended our ways and got to know them and everything kind of pulled over.
No, after they went back to Louisiana and stayed
home. No. Hear me out.
So we can start winning
bins
again.
Let me tell you something. Dustin and James ended up being 2 of the nicest guys I ever met in my life. Really, that's the truth. And I'm not just saying that because not on the show. I would love for them to come back on the show. Why doesn't everybody in the UK get a campaign going?
That's right. That's right. Bring the Taylor brothers back.
Woo! At least they gave me great competition and got a lot of entertainment and excitement going with them.
Yep. You nearly shot him before. Could have been game over. I know I did. That was pretty crazy. And I'm still apologizing for it. But you know what? Mistakes happen. But to my defense, no. To my defense, he told me he cleared all the weapons. So that's not on me. You know?
You
don't tell somebody you cleared all the weapons.
That works really good when you're in the police station. They're questioning you. The reality, my thing is I believe that it was done because I have a life insurance policy, and it could have been played off as, oh, well, the camera was on, you know, it was on, and it was an accident. Yeah, it's exactly what it was, you know.
Are you friends with the Taylor brothers?
Yeah.
Not a fan of them. Swamp Hunters.
I understand.
You know what? We are friends with them now. While we were filming, we definitely weren't. They were some pretty crazy competition for us.
Listen, I can personally tell you, as far as the Taylor Brothers concerned, I remember talking to Justin and James. Justin, what the hell am I on? Dustin and James.
Dustin.
Yeah. And I was not intentional either. But I remember talking to them, and this is the God's honest truth, is they used to tell me about how they used to wrangle crocodiles and alligators and everything. So, you know, I wasn't surprised to see him on a show, you know, and I actually like the show a lot, and I told him this, I reached out to him, but you know, understandable. You know, they do have another side to them. I can't say they came back on the auction block we get along, but, you know.
Oh, it means you speak German.
Who?
That's what that means. I thought it was Dutch. No, I don't speak German either. Sorry. You know what, to be honest with you, the only language I speak is English, and here's the funny thing. So, Brandon speaks, like, fluent Spanish, and we'll go out to a restaurant, and, like, he'll tell me something to say, and I just realize that I've said something, like, really, like, dirty or gross or something like that. And, you know, I'm like, what did I just say? What did I just say? After I find out that I'm completely embarrassed, but, you know, he's Brandon, so I'm getting used to it. After 16 years, I'm getting used to it.
I don't know what that's all from, but...
Yeah, Aaron, just send me a private message, either Facebook or whatever, and I'll definitely get one out to you for your birthday.
How do you get signed photos from you? You ask.
Yeah, Charlie, just ask. Ask, and then send me a personal message on Facebook, and under either the True TV Storage Hunters Lori and Brandon page, or under my own if you're friends with me, and I'll get one out to you. Send me your address.
You say hi to Tom and Bino. Yeah.
Hi, Tom. Hi, Bino.
How you doing, Bino? Is that really Bino?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool name. I like that name. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Come to Swansea.
Swansea.
Oh, we have Swansea in Massachusetts.
Yeah, I think it's the UK, though. Everything, you know, the funny thing
is... Well,
it's
the same weather.
Everything in Boston, and I respect Boston a lot, believe me, I miss it, but everything in Boston has literally the same names the UK does. So, like, you know, Dedham, Worcester, you know, Swansea, Attleboro, those are all the same names. Do you know what that is?
Chelsea. Because it's called New England.
No, it has nothing to do with it, actually.
Because when they came over, I don't know, this isn't a history lesson,
No, but these places are all the...
Come on, back me up, guys.
Whatever.
Bring a coat. We will, because I've heard it's cold over there.
Taser, yeah.
What's the funniest thing?
I just saw that episode last night,
is
too. Yeah.
When I chased you around with that taser? That was hilarious. And let me tell you a story behind that. See, my father, he's a police officer, or was a police officer before he passed. And, you know, so he used to do the training for all the first responders, or the EMTs, or the explorers. So I was used to seeing that type of equipment. Of course, he wasn't. So when I found it and I saw that it, you know, said tester only and whatever, you know what, I gotta get payback sometimes, because he's always pulling pranks on me and jokes and stuff, so whatever.
I felt, I want to also be clear with everybody that's watching it. In no way, shape, or form was I scared of it. I figured that I might as well ham it up to the camera a little.
Liar!
That's what I did.
Liar!
I wasn't scared of that at all. I was basically, I had 2 cameras or 3 cameras on me.
Now.
I'm going to ham it up and make it a little exciting.
He did not ham anything
that's what I
up.
did. That's what I did.
Yeah. Can you tell Papa Bear to get some speech therapy? You never know what he's... Leave it alone. Leave it alone.
I gotta step away for a second. That was good.
Okay,
that was good.
he's gonna.
Yeah.
Like Francesca says hi. Hello. How are you? It's hot. London is great. Chet's great people. And then there's me. That's great. I hope I get to go soon, because like I said, I've never been and I've always wanted to go, and I've heard it's beautiful. So fingers crossed that Brandon actually finds the time to take a vacation maybe, and we'll get out there hopefully soon. We'll see. Brandon knows a lot about postage stamps, actually. There was a point in time where he actually started to collect them, old stamps. But I don't know much about stamps. My area of expertise is completely different than his. So, you know, I think that's what makes us a good team. You know, he likes certain areas of buying and selling. I like certain areas, so. Seen too many episodes, but did Lori nearly shoot you? I seem to remember the gun going off somewhere. Yeah, Rob, I did. I almost did. But again, like I said, he told me he cleared all those guns. I'm going to leave it at that. Again, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Can you give us a tour on U Street? Well, I would love to, but here's the problem. We have 2 dogs, and they will bark. Sorry, Brandon's shaking the camera. They will bark like crazy if I walk in there with the camera. So sometime we'll have to do it inside and have them outside. So the next time, I promise you, we'll do that. What do you guys have planned for the rest of the day? Well, let's see. It's almost 2 o'clock now. So the rest of the day is taking pictures, listing more stuff. There you go, shaking the camera again.
Yeah, I did on purpose.
Taking, you know, pictures, listing more stuff, and then I'm actually a cheer mom for my daughter's cheer squad, so we go to practice on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then when I get back home, we'll be listing some more. That would be the rest of my day. This one said, I thought it was just me when Papa Bear would talk. I'll leave that alone. Again. Like I said, we usually don't pick on people or call people out or whatever. You know, I was always taught when I was younger to treat people how you want to be treated. Others don't feel the same. They don't have the same sentiments. So my laugh is hilarious. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Now I'm worried. I don't know how I should take that. I hope you were being nice, Daryl. Would you say hi to Francesca Smith? Hello, Francesca Smith. How are you? Who is the best people from the show to team up with? Well, there's different answers to that. We have fared very well teaming up with Jesse because it really knocks out one of our biggest competitors. However, the friction between us with the selling of the item that we buy usually makes us never want to do it again. So I would have to say Jesse would probably be the best. Plus he has most of the time the most money. So that usually works well for our benefit as well. We've done pretty well with, we haven't teamed up with too many other people. It's mostly been Jesse. What breed of dogs? Okay, I have 2 Maltipoos. Their names are Bella and Jack, and I also have 3 cats. So it's kind of like a, Animal House here, but it is what it is. Well, my day's over. Last plane landed. So beer. Beer time.
Alright.
Beer time it is. For Ashley Williams.
Beer time. Not UK, right?
Yeah. Their day is over. Ours seems like it's like just beginning, so.
Alright, slowing down, so I'm going to call it at 2.
Yep, we're going to call it at 2 o'clock. So you guys got about 15 more minutes to ask questions. I wish it was possible to see the exact value of each bin. The only price. I know. You know what? We've told them that before because we want people to know exactly what else is in there that we found. But unfortunately, like we said, we film all day long. So we literally have 12 hours of footage a day and only 22 minutes to shove it into. So unfortunately, we just don't have all the time to go ahead and show that to everyone.
Have you ever bought a unit but it was used for criminal use? I bought a lot of units that I tried to use for criminal use, it just didn't pan out.
No, that's
no. I mean, there's been a few that I guess speculative.
That was the one in Vegas.
Yeah, but you know,
breaking into houses, and there was lots of.
Those are never good because you know you basically lose out on your money generally, and you lose out on what was in there.
There was like 500 different IDs.
Yeah, but I'm a law-abiding citizen, so you know I do the right thing, and I contact the police, and you know time is money, and you know you just got to do the right thing. So yeah, there's been a few.
Do we ever go to car auctions? We have in the past, mostly back east. Out here it's a little different with the vehicles.
I'll tell you, out here, the great thing is this, is that the auctions out here, as compared to back east, you're almost paying book value at the car auction. So it's really not worth it. And the thing out here, they're overabundant. So what it is, a lot of the tow yards do their own car auctions. So they have the regulars that come there just like the storage auction. And if you get lucky, you may find one up north that there's not a lot of people to show up. You're still going to have a reserve in that car a lot of times. And the reserve is generally going to be about 2/3 what the book value is, so really where's your profit? Right.
It says Papa Bear reminds me of Alan from The Hangover.
Alan. Oh yeah, Alan.
He's got his own wolf pack.
Alan,
but I think I have seen him wear a merce at times, or a satchel, I should say. I'm sure all the little stuff in the boxes around the big money items add up to a lot.
Not really. You know, the thing is
sometimes they do. It all depends. Like if you find a nice jewelry box, that can bring good money.
I mean, the reality is this, is that unless you're selling on eBay or one of those venues, and you're going to a mom and pop shop, or whatever the case is to sell your stuff, you're going to get raped on the price. I mean, they're generally looking to make money also, so if you're looking to make money and they're looking to make money, you can see that profit getting slimmed right down. So those little items, it's really sometimes not even worth it to put on eBay if they're going to pull $5 or $10. Because even after you get done paying eBay fees, shipping it out, you got to include your time. So let's say you're worth $20 an hour, you basically lost you've lost a portion of that because you're packing up and shipping it out and answering questions. Right.
You put on Facebook the other day, you and Frank Stallone.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
You know what? Frank is great. We go to see him play. He's a great musician. A lot of people don't know that he's actually been in like 67 movies. And, you know, he's a great jazz and blues, and just, he plays it all. He's been in, he's had all the music, a lot of the music in Rocky was his, a lot of the music in, what was that,
Saturday Night Fever, you know, all those movies. I will say this, meeting Frank, it was crazy to even conceive the fact that he actually watched the show and he knew a lot of the episodes. So that was pretty flattering.
Yeah. When we first met him, he was really excited to meet Brandon, and the first thing that he said was, what did he say to you? He said, "Oh, you're the dude that always gets in those fights."
Yeah, so he knew, you know, that was pretty cool.
Kind of funny.
Yeah, there's some mixture. Sometimes the shows, people get confused with Storage Wars, but yeah, he definitely knew, so.
Hey, Ray, no problem. We love talking to our fans and keeping you guys up to date and letting you know where we're at.
How did you sell the Tesla? Who got it? Okay, easy question. The Tesla is pretty easy. Basically, on stuff like that, where it's in fairly clean condition, you can pretty much take it to any car lot, and it's fairly new. You can either trade it in, like in our case, or you know, you can take a portion of cash and another car as a trade in it. So that type of stuff's pretty easy. It was clean enough. You know, it had a little damage underneath, but it was clean enough.
Mark Smith said, "Have a great day off to bed."
Absolutely.
See you later, Francesca Smith. You have a wonderful night. Sweet dreams. How far will you travel for an auction, and what's your criteria for that travel?
There really is no set distance we'll travel.
We've gone everywhere.
I mean, you know, if I thought I could make money, you know, if I thought I could double my money and it was worth it, I'd go to the moon. You know, well, but realistically, there's no set.
You don't like to fly.
Yeah, but in that case, you know.
You know what? We do Vegas quite often. Louisiana. We've done Boston. We've done all over the place. So I mean, there's no place where we won't go if there's the opportunity to make a good amount of money.
I mean, locally around here, the problem is that again, we do research before we go out there. But unless you really know there's going to be good bins, and unless you really know there's not going to be the regular buyers that spend a lot of money, sometimes you got to hold back and say, you know what, I'm gonna wave it off that day. I'm not gonna go, and it could be 200 miles away. So I've had auctions where I knew they were in Vegas and they were not advertised, and I probably would have got every bid for the day, but you know, I passed it off. I didn't go.
Right. Hey, stop barking. See, my dogs are barking already. Ray, I told them before, if you want a signed photo, just send us a message to our inbox, and we'll get one out to you. You guys are a blast. I'll bring the beer over one day. Sounds good.
Just make
Actually,
sure
I don't drink beer.
Make sure it's not alcoholic. I'm not a drinker.
He's a liar. But I don't drink beer, but I do drink Cape Codders. So if you want to bring that, you can. Good. What do you do with the small bin? Yeah, we definitely donate a lot of the stuff. A lot of the stuff goes to our military. A lot of our vets are, you know, struggling right now and definitely, you know, need the help, and we make sure that all of that stuff gets to them, whether it's blankets or pots and pans and stuff like that. So
I'm not going to do a shameless plug. As a member of Post 507 in Newhall, California,
of the American Legion.
American Legion, that is. Yeah, we donate all that stuff there. I don't look for a tax write-off because, to be honest with you, these guys are serving over in other countries for my freedom. They're not asking for a tax write-off, so why should I? So, yeah, that stuff's all donated, and a lot of times it'll be stuff that I probably could have sold. It's all right, though.
Did you sell the camper? Yes, we sold the camper. I'm still mad about that. I love to camp, like I said earlier, but Brendan hates it, so whatever. It is what it is.
Yeah.
He likes those, you know, 4-star hotels. I like roughing.
If you don't mind me asking, what's your net worth? Whenever I type in Storage Hunters, this comes up, okay? Right now, about negative 60,000.
Liar. No.
To
be honest with you,
I got like $38 in the bank right now. I've been holding on to that for about a week. You know?
No, to be honest with you, and we'll tell you the truth on this. Before we started filming, we actually made more money because we had the time to spend more time, invest more of our time with the buying and the selling. Unfortunately, when we're filming, we don't have a lot of time to do that. So, you know, those items that we find, you know, we could be filming for 12 hours a day, 3 or 4 days a week. So, unfortunately, we don't make as much when we're filming as when we run our own business when we're not filming. How often do you do Ustreams? We do Ustreams as often as we can. Like I said, we're pretty busy all the time. You know, between buying and selling and taking stuff to the dump and, you know, donating stuff and being cheer mom, it's a lot on our plate. So as often as we can, we do. When you do West Coast, doesn't it cost you a lot to bring stuff? I lost that question. Back, or do you sell there? We actually live in California now. I was originally from Boston. So when we do buy in Boston, we will sell in Boston. We have a lot of contacts back there. So when we buy from other places, we usually find contacts pretty quickly, and you know, usually we sell them before we even leave.
Yeah,
which is a good thing. What did you do?
I went up on the.
I'll get it back. Hold up. If you had to pick to be on a with Jesse Scott or the Small Brothers, who would you pick? I would say the Taylor Brothers all day long. You know why? Because we realized that after we were done filming with them and they went back home, you know what, they are a really fun group of guys, and you know what, we made our amends, they apologized, we apologized, it's all good, we're adults.
Well, you know, I'll say this too, is that, you know, I'm not being funny here once, but the thing is, I learned this from Frank Stallone, he actually confirmed this, you can't let this go to your head because you're on TV. This to me is just, for me, it's like a video family album down the line that my ancestors can watch. So you can't. What I guess I'm saying is that we've kind of stayed very grounded, you know, and unfortunately, other cast members they get swollen heads. I do pretty much everything we do is for free. I don't look to get promotional, you know, things where I can make tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars or whatever to go make money. That's not my goal or my motive or goal in doing this. I'm doing this because, you know,
without you guys, honestly, we wouldn't be on TV. So we love our fans. We don't charge to take pictures when we're out. We've heard a lot of other people do.
You know, I also said this. You can take this for what it's worth. When it stopped being fun, I'd stop doing it. I'm just throwing it out there. Obviously, you can take that for what it's worth, but you can kind of decipher that. and that may mean a little more than what I'm saying. But like I said, when I stop having fun, I'd stop doing it.
Does Sean have Ustream? I don't know, to be honest with you.
I'm not sure.
Sean's really busy, and he's hardly ever on Facebook or anything. So I'll ask him the next time I see him, and if I get the information, I'll send it your way, Aaron. Do you think you'll do this for life? You know what? We've been doing this for 16 years. I don't see us doing anything else, to be honest with you, as far as TV is concerned, or as far as buying. As far as buying, I definitely think this is what we'll do forever. As far as TV,
No. I think
no.
I think it's whatever. You can kind of judge my emotional where I was at.
Remember YouTube, Peter91 Griffin. Got it.
Absolutely.
$38. Wow, that's 48 more than me.
Hey.
He's just kidding.
Yeah, but you know what? I've been there, done it.
NASCAR. Who's your driver?
You
know what? I don't really.
Well, I suck at driving anyway, so I don't really watch NASCAR. I'd be envious of these other guys driving. Not really. I'm a really bad driver.
I'm like Mario and Andretti. I'm like all the time, and he drives like my grandpa.
Mario Andretti's even driving anymore.
No, but I'm saying like he was the best at one time.
Yeah, I mean,
so
that was like a term.
That's what everybody turned. That's what they used.
Yeah, back in the '80s. You know that now.
You're the one stuck in the '80s.
No. I'm probably more of a Kyle.
What did you do with the Velcro wall? We sold that. I should have kept him sitting up there for hours, but I didn't. I was a nice wife.
I'll say it again. Cameras are on. I had to make it look a little over. I could have pulled myself right off.
Stuck. Don't even listen to him.
Come on.
You
Seriously.
can't even. They could see you were stuck. You couldn't.
I wasn't stuck, and I gave a little resistance to make. I can't get my arm off. You know, let's make it look good. That's what I did. No, that's what I did. All right.
Did you do something? We love too many money. You should do something like that with your bid. Yeah, we do. Sometimes we say more money because we have more money. What vehicle do you use to travel to your auctions? Big truck?
I got a truck. I got a trailer. In some rare cases, sometimes you got to rent a truck, but for the most part, you
when he buys too much.
Yeah, you hope to put you hope to put everything in the back of that trailer so that you can kind of cut down the expenses of renting a truck. So
he has a Cadillac Escalade, and I have a Jeep Commander, which I love my Jeep Commander. So we mostly take his truck to the auctions, and my truck, which I love, which has like beautiful pink rims, go me, which he doesn't like driving in. So that's why we drive in his truck. But anyway. All right, guys. Well, we have about like 1 minute left, so I will answer one more question.
What is it? It's 2 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock
yeah,
there.
It's almost. Yeah, it's almost time to go. So if you guys can squeeze one in, type it out real quick, because it's going to be the last one. Who's going to be the lucky person? We'll see.
You're done. That's it.
No, I think there's a commercial.
Oh, no.
Hold on.
You mean commercial?
Yeah, they have like these ads.
Really?
Yeah, so like every so often there's like a 10-second ad, and they have to sit there and watch that to get back to us. So that's why they miss something.
Now, too, so I stopped going on that. Just
yeah.
But
Brandon has the patience of I don't even know.
Watch an ad. I mean, 15 seconds. I gotta sit there and watch it before I go to a video
but you
or
can
something.
skip it after 3 seconds.
No.
Okay.
No.
Good night from me, and enjoy your day. Good
Absolutely.
night, David. Thank you guys so much for watching. We're gonna turn it off now. Hope you guys have a really, really awesome night. For those of you in the UK, for those of you who aren't, you have a wonderful rest of your day. And until next time, talk to you later.
Tagline or something like.
Go Team Brandori.
Brandori out.
Brandori out? Is that what we're going to say?
Yeah, so
Brandori out. That's right.
All right.
Thanks for the time today. Next time you karaoke, invite.
No.
Definitely.
Yeah.